All right. Good afternoon, Navoba family. We're so excited to have you here to listen to four outstanding veteran entrepreneurs present their capabilities today. You're going to be hearing from Bancroft Capital, Black Box Safety, Chaztown Jerky, and Eco Quality Solutions. We're going to start with Bill Mingione from
Nancy,
Bancroft
we can't
Capital.
hear you.
Oh, what? Really? What's going on?
Nancy.
I hear you fine, Nancy.
Oh,
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you too.
I do
It's-
too.
I hear you fine.
All right, maybe it's you, Jackson. Everybody else said they can hear.
I can hear you fine myself.
I can hear you now.
Okay, all right, great. Well, we're ready to get started. I'm introducing you first to Bill Mingione from Bancroft Capital. Can you all see Bill's screen?
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, great. Well,
take it away.
everyone. Thank you for attending. And, I guess I'll get it started for us here. Bill Mingione, Bancroft Capital. We're a service disabled veteran owned and operated institutional broker dealer. So finance guys, Wall Street guys. We have a phenomenal mission. We recruit, train, and employ returning military veterans. We say a vet with a vet, an industry veteran like myself, paired with a military veteran. And we teach them the business of Wall Street. So institutional finance, all types of fancy things like that. The conversation today is focused towards, your corporations and how we work with you. And the good thing is I'm nice and simple. It's all about your corporate treasury team. So in the end of this, the end all goal is an introduction to the corporate treasury team. So we can show them the services we provide. So Bancroft is one of the newest disabled veteran broker dealers out there. We are started in 2017. We have a phenomenal mission, like I said, that we employ military veterans. We have a training program that we set up for military veterans. We think that separates us from any other type of, whether it's minority or veteran firm out there. So the veterans come in and they have the opportunity to shadow and learn from each of the industry veterans. So we sprinkle industry veterans in between the military veterans at the firm. But we started this training program with the idea of having a very structured environment for our veterans to go through. So you see these 6 goofy characters on my screen. What we do is we bring the vets in, we go into the VA hospitals local by us, Fort Belvoir, Walter Reed, and we go to a lot of veteran job fairs as well. And we teach transition seminars, talk about what institutional finance is all about. We'll talk about what an IPO is, what a syndicate is. And we teach them the verbiage and the language of what Wall Street's about. And so, if you've ever been in a room with transitioning veterans, 99 out of 100, they probably want to work for the VA or work for the government or a government contract. What we do is we're trying to show them something a little bit different and make it interesting. We throw an Amazon gift card in the middle of the table. We make it a trading game. We talk about an IPO and try and get them to have an interest. If they have an interest, they then come sit in our office for a couple of days, learn a bit more about what we're doing, and they'll run through the training program that's shown on your screen. So we'll show them, we want them to be the utility infielder of the firm in the beginning, first year, as we call them candidates, because we want them to understand that this is not a charity, this is a business, and they have to earn and strive towards something. So, on Wall Street, we have to have those series licenses, the Series 7, the 63. This is what we do. We get them trained in those licenses. So now they're a commodity to somebody else. They can go on to another firm if they want, and they always have those licenses with them. So the beginning part is licensing. Every time they get one of those exams under their belt, we give them an increase in salary and incentivize them to get the licensing out of the way as fast as possible. Then we run them through the different business groups that we have here at Bancroft. So they get into operations and back office, and then they learn about the different products we have. So they'll learn about equities, they'll learn about fixed income, they'll learn about corporates, munis, government agencies, all the different products we have here. And then they'll finish the training program with learning about the capital markets and, most importantly, compliance, because we're in such a compliance world these days. That training program is 1 year. At the end of the year, we have a conversation with them. Hey, what do you want to do? What interests you? What did you like about the program? What didn't you like? Do you like being at a small shop? Do you like being, you think you want to be at a bigger shop? they want to move on, we'll gladly help them along. We'll use our networks, the industry veterans here will use our networks to go ahead and help them get a career in Wall Street at some of the other bigger banks. We've done that time and time again. And that's a testament to what we're trying to build here. We're trying to prove to Wall Street that veterans are a great hire. Something we figured out is some of the veterans either want or needed an extra formal pillar of education. So you notice on the right, we did partnerships with Villanova University and DeSales University. Any of our veterans can go into those two universities and shadow classes absolutely for free. We've had some of our veterans actually pass a proficiency exam. If they demonstrated leadership skills in the military and passed the proficiency exam, we've actually had a couple of them forego the undergraduate degree and get a graduate degree in 14 months. I'm sure you all know that's a game changer, right? I mean, many of these veterans have been serving for a number of years and they, have a couple of kids now, they come back, they don't have the time to be doing undergraduate and graduate for, 4 to 5 years. Now we can get it in 14 months more. So that's the basis of the training program here at Bancroft. Nobody that I know has anything like what we have. This is actually last year's 4 candidates that we had in the program. And we've actually just hired another 5 for 2022. We're getting the marketing and everything out for it. So stay tuned, that'll be out shortly. I'll switch over to the business side. So where and how do we add value to corporations like yours? As I said earlier, it's in the treasury side. So we would talk about the different ways treasury team can work with your corporation. Most of that is going to come on the fixed income side. A lot of the companies that you guys work for, they issue corporate bonds, muni bonds. They'll issue different types of mortgages. And every single corporation out there buys US government agencies and treasuries. That's part of their cash management program. So we have a suite of products here that we can help out with under your corporate treasury. So the fixed income is just one of the products. We have an equity and fixed income trading desk. So many of you have share repurchase programs. The corporations love to buy back their stock. It's a way of supporting the stock. It's a way of building shareholder value. It's very commonly used. And the last couple of years, share repurchases have been a phenomenal way to take advantage of liquidity in the marketplace. We have a cash management product that is a full suite of products. We'd love to do a deeper dive with the corporate treasury teams and explain what we did, but we have 4 different products. We've even launched our own ESG cash management funds as a way to capture some more of that ESG spend. Corporate treasurers this is probably the newest thing in terms of treasury operations is ESG funds that actually have the Bancroft name on it. There's actual tickers that have the Bancroft name. So that's a tier 1 spend. A lot of times stuff in treasury has been tier 2 because there's lead investment banks. This is tier 1. And then we have capital markets. So it's debt and equity underwriting and merger and acquisition financing. So that's the basis of the program. I think in closing, I'd like to just say I appreciate the opportunity today. I hope I made it clear that our business is to go in through the corporate treasury team and have a conversation. We know how to add value. We believe very strongly that partnering the industry vet with a military vet, that we have the value to add to any corporate treasury team. And we'd love to do a deeper dive. If anyone has any questions, happy to set up some time. Back to you, Nancy.
Thanks, Bill. Let's pause for a second, see if there are any questions from the audience. If so, please use the chat and type your question, and we'll keep an eye on it here for Bill. But just in terms of corporate opportunities, I come from a corporate background. I know all of the corporate allies that are on the line here. Professional services, specifically the type of services that Bancroft offers, is not always an easy fit or an easy referral within the corporation. So please do take a good look at what Bancroft has to offer. As Bill said, the services will align well with what your corporate treasury department thinks about and works on. So please do take a look and create an opportunity if possible within your corporations. it's a great win-win if your corporate treasury is in the market for any of these services. So I'm not seeing any other questions, but
I'll make a comment.
here. Okay. Hi, Harvey.
Hey, Bill. Hey, Nancy. Bill, it's good to see you again. I've had some conversations with Bill and have introduced his firm to our syndicate desk. Our syndicate
Perfect.
desk basically is the one that will, when we're issuing our own corporate bonds, will bring diverse broker dealers on, and we have an allocation that we do.
Mhm.
So we've been in conversation with Bancroft. Bill, you can keep me honest. I don't know if we've progressed, but if we have or haven't, feel free to hit me up separately with where you are. I would say to my colleagues on the phone, right, that run supplier diversity, this is one of those areas that is more esoteric. Some companies have been more aggressive in the financial services space than others, but your treasurer will determine when you guys are doing new issuances of your own corporate bonds or buybacks, as Bill's mentioning. It's your treasurer who determines who the broker dealers are that are going to get the work. And sometimes you'll have big broker dealers like Barclays who are already servicing your treasury department. We don't get to tell the treasurer what other broker dealers to put on if it's not our book of work. It's the treasurer who tells us which broker dealers they want to have on that issue. When we have our own book of work, when we're issuing Barclays's own paper, our Barclays corporate bonds, of course, we will determine which diverse broker dealers to add in to issue those certificates. But for our clients, they are the ones that dictate where the work goes. So what I have seen over my career is the more progressive treasury functions will tell investment banks like Goldman, Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan, Barclays, et cetera, who they would like to see on the transaction, and we follow suit. So just FYI.
Perfect. Thanks. That's good input. Thank you, Harvey. Question in the chat. Is your industry feeling any impact from Russia's invasion of Ukraine?
All right, so two things I'm going to say. One, thank you very much, Harvey. And yes, we have done business in August of last year. Barclays invited us into $1.5 billion preferred stock deal, and we were a co-manager on it, and everything went very well.
So that's why I stopped. That's why I stopped getting your calls.
Yeah, you got it. You got it. You got me the right points of contact, and I've developed a great relationship with them. We talk a lot of hockey because there are a lot of hockey fans there. And to the question in the chat about Russian invasion, of course, one of the veterans that I'm mentoring right now just retired after 23 years, 13 deployments, 6 combat. He spent a number of years over in Germany. He's a Russian specialist. He's actually been writing up some pretty interesting commentary for us, and we've been giving that to corporate treasurers around the nation to try and help them. So the impact we're seeing right now is still early. We saw COVID impact right away. Companies rushed to hoard cash in that market, in that environment, and so that meant they were issuing a lot of debt, very quickly. Here, we feel everyone's pulling back the reins to say, hey, let's see how this is going to play out. I mean, I'm sure you saw the news over the weekend that Russia's being pulled or temporarily suspended from SWIFT. If they get pulled out fully from it, we're already seeing a 30% decline in the Russian currency. So, we know it's impacting, but the impacts aren't as immediate, as immediately known. But obviously, it's a huge concern. And it's more of a concern about, igniting NATO now and seeing that, Germany this weekend getting so frustrated about the situation. And actually, they timed their, I don't know if you had the opportunity to see, but Germany ties their defense spend to GDP. And they actually, doubled that number. So it's definitely concerning. So
Hmm.
that answers the question.
Thanks for that timely update, Bill. We're going to move along quickly now. Charles, can you share your screen and are you ready to go?
Yes, I am ready there, Nancy, and
Okay.
everybody in the audience. And let me. Okay.
While you're bringing your slides up, I'll just tell everybody, hopefully you've had lunch, because once you hear this, you're going to get hungry.
Can you see it?
Not yet.
How about now?
Nope. There we go. It's coming up.
Okay. Are we good?
Yes.
Okay. Good afternoon, everybody, and fellow colleagues. Let's see. So this is Chaztown Jerky. My name's Charles Howard. Been in the business ever since last year. Started, real early in 2021. Started a lot longer earlier than that, pre-pandemic, of course, but that definitely, there's a book called Who Moved My Cheese, and it's all about change. And so had to adapt to that very quickly. And so as of September of last year, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to click to the next screen. There we go. Who am I? I'm Charles Howard, as I just said. I grew up in the Midwest, Peoria, Illinois, not far from there, Chicago, where you're at there, Nancy, and whoever else is in the Midwest. Yes, that's the Caterpillar and Richard Pryortown, Groucho Marx, and Dan Fogelberg. I grew up in a single family home, my sister and I, making all kinds of concoctions from cinnamon toast to beans and then bologna and you name it, making anything taste good back then. And then shortly after that, growing up, and as my skills started to increase, and after school, went into the military, the Army specifically. I was jumping out of perfectly good airplanes, then unfortunately injuring my leg during a night mission, which was during the Desert Storm era, although it wasn't actually in Desert Storm at that time because I was down in the DMZ during that time, was the reasoning behind my being a disabled veteran. Spent many a nights and days laying in the bush or woods, depending on your terminology, finding nothing but junk food in my BDU pockets. Well, that's where it kind of started, because I started eating bland jerky and beef sticks and whatever else I can get my hands on, which actually helped perpetuate to where I am now. About Chaztown Jerky. It is a small business. I am the owner and operator, certified by Novoba, also by the Minority Women's Business Enterprises. But I have an overarching passion for creating flavors that make the mouth salivate, creating unique things that many others do, but to another level. And having that personal interaction with being in the military and understanding even those that whatever type of field you're in, whether especially telework now, whether you're a teacher, whether you're a biker, whether you're a mountain climber, finding that thing that is healthy for you, which is a good alternative to those other snacks that are not going to be good for you, is another reason why I came across Chaztown Jerky. We provide precise cuts of beef, which actually help lend to the tenderness of the meat. I'm definitely customer service driven, being born in the 60s, late 60s, and in the 70s, and that's kind of gone out the window to a certain extent. But I also, have a passion about focusing on the texture and that long-lasting flavor. I have high morals and high values, and it's all about making sure that everyone's happy. My main goal is to make sure that you have a smile on your face each and every time you taste this jerky. I currently have 2 flavors that are sure to satisfy what you're looking for as a savory snack. Both flavors are offered in 3-ounce bags with options that can go larger. Excuse me. Baby's breath. And you're wondering, I really don't want to smell a baby's breath, but it's just the name. And don't let it fool you, because it will demand its respect. because its bold flavors and moist, savory texture leaves your mouth just salivating for wanting more. A combination of the spices and the teriyaki blends are what are make it, make it an extraordinary snack. The Dragon's Breath is a combination of hot spices, not your normal habanero, not cayenne pepper, not red peppers, but they're different spices that you just normally can't get on the normal storeroom shelves. While the heat will hit you, it wears off fairly quickly, approximately about 17 seconds. And then because it just moderate progressively just gets to a certain level and it hits that peak, and then all of a sudden the other flavors inside the jerky and the ingredients helps subdue the heat that's going on in your mouth, because everybody wants to still be able to eat or drink or be able to talk even after that matter instead of a numb tongue. I do provide online sales. My website is, as you see on the slide. I do have about 8 to 10 week, maybe about 8 to 12 week lead time. I am EDI capable, service minded. There's a flosser included in the packaging, and I'm just seeking assistance to propel the business to a higher level, helping reach a larger audience, as this product is sincerely outstanding. Because you can rest assured that each and every bite that you take, I can guarantee, and that's almost kind of hard to say these days, your mouth will salivate and it will be asking for more, because it is definitely different than anything else out there on the market. And I know there's a lot of flavors, of thousands and thousands of other meat products out there, but I can tell you this is quite different. It is USDA approved, 1 year shelf life, can even be longer. Even the packaging is different, because so it'll help retain that tenderness of the meat, so that when you open it, it's still going to be the same texture a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks from now. Contact information, as you also see. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, I am quite competitive, so I try to keep up with Prime. I will get you your order as quick as feasibly possible. And my contact information, you just see below. My name again is Charles Howard. You're wondering, I'm up here in the Northwest, and I still have that 619 area code, because one day I'm hoping to go back to San Diego. The email is essentialprotein@chaztownbeefjerky.com, and I'm on Instagram. And as you'll see, that's what the packaging looks like. I'm attending markets for the most part. That's the labeling. As you'll see, I pride myself in regards to high protein, low carbs, low sodium, low sugar, to make it a very healthy alternative to anything else out there. And then as you'll see, there's the Dragon's Breath. And yes, technically right now, or currently right now, I do 3 ounce packaging. As I said previously, I am looking at going higher. I've had so many people that have gone and had the opportunity of enjoying the beef jerky. And as you'll see in the top left-hand corner, that's actually a 2-time Olympic gold winner, Brian Clay, who definitely, is well supportive in regards to the business, and definitely they're supporting just like everybody else, because it is quite different. But that being said, I appreciate everybody's time. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. It's very rare to have this opportunity to just to at least have a voice to speak to somebody, and just to take those baby steps into moving hopefully somewhere closer to the ending goal. So
I
thank you.
have a quick question.
Yes, sir.
Is your business strictly mail order?
For right now, yes. However, yes, I have, it is through Shopify. I have my own website, and I'm still working with the distributors. I'm still trying to find one or find somebody out there to help with that process. And that's just another reason why I need this voice.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
How scalable are you?
Quite. I'm always, currently try to keep 10 to 12,000 on hand at any given time.
You have a co-packer?
Yes.
I'd like to introduce you to our global facilities management company that stocks all of our cafeterias around the world. And just to begin a conversation, just to see if you have, because we do carry that kind of product in our employee cafeterias. So happy to make that introduction. I have a curious question though. Why the use of canines I thought that was an interesting marketing strategy. And then to sort of preempt that, why not leverage your military experience?
Well, the reason to appreciate the question, the reasoning for the logo actually dates back to Greek mythology, Cerberus, which was actually the three-headed dog, that was the protector of the gods. And I changed the theme from dogs, and so there's no misperception in regards to them selling dogs or wolves in the packaging. And just, it was my choice to, and as you'll see above each of the dogs' heads, or the wolves rather, it was cherish yesterday, live for today, and then dream for tomorrow. And it was not so much of giving an animal, and as you'll see, as the way the diamond pixels are of it, it was more so towards, it was just a personal choice. Nothing to be against, an animal by no means. Leveraging my previous military career, that's why I had the seal on the packaging. But I have the wording, in regards to veteran owned and operated, but I am definitely open to any kind of suggestions. I am not set in stone, but it is something I've been branded with, and actually currently still waiting on approvals for my trademarking.
Yeah, I was just thinking out loud, right? If I'm a veteran, I could probably relate to eating beef jerky, number one. Even if I'm not a veteran, knowing that veterans consume beef jerky probably in higher volumes than anyone else, the fact that a veteran actually produced this might pull me in even more to want to support the brand. So that was my thinking. And I'm glad to see that you're promoting the veteran owned and Novoba seal. That's fantastic. But actually having imagery, right, of I don't know, just think of any conflict where folks are resting in their foxhole with your product, right? Something, I don't know. I'm just thinking crazy, but I just didn't want to think about your product being confused with someone walking past it and ignoring it because they're thinking that that's a product for dogs.
Excellent point. Excellent point.
That's good feedback. And we need to keep moving along. And I'll make sure Charles has Harvey's contact information there so you two can follow up and continue your discussion. Thank you so much. Any other questions for Charles? If not, let's begin sharing your screen, Jackson, from Black Box Safety.
Can you see the title slide?
We can, yes.
Okay. Good afternoon. Great presentation, Charles. I love the use of social media on one of the last slides. I'm going to incorporate that in the future. That was really cool to see some of those posts from your customers. Good afternoon. My name is Jackson Dalton. I'm the president and founder of Black Box Safety, Inc. We're a supplier of safety products located in sunny San Diego, California. And my journey into the field of health and safety started while serving in the United States Marine Corps, where I was injured in a training accident at Amphibious Reconnaissance School. I went through 3 leg surgeries and I didn't walk for a year. I was hurt at work doing my job. I had 3 leg surgeries and didn't walk for a year. It was always my dream to serve. And it broke my heart when I had to medically retire from the Marine Corps because I lost that connection to first responders and those that serve our country.
Particularly with utility companies, there's an elevated risk inherent on the job site. So from the moment they step on the job site to the moment the job is completed, there's risk all the way through. Lanyards, harnesses, etc. Like that's our wheelhouse. That's what we specialize in. these workers are badass. So there's no other way to put it.
The bottom line is that I was hurt at work doing my job, and my life will never be the same. Today, it's my mission to make sure that others aren't hurt at work so that they can continue to do the things that they love to do with the people that they love to do those things with. After I medically retired from the Marine Corps, I pursued a bachelor's degree in business and a master's degree in public health, and I became a board certified safety professional. I spent 10 years working at 3M as a safety engineer, performing accident investigations and writing corporate health and safety policy. I saved my money and I watched every episode of Shark Tank. 5 years ago, I resigned my position at 3M and started Black Box Safety out of my 1-bedroom apartment with 1 full-time employee. Today, we have 6 full-time employees, and we're headquartered in San Diego, California, with a storefront and a warehouse. We're often asked if, as a small business, we have the resources to satisfy the demands of a large business. Emphatically, I say yes. We're a primary supplier of respiratory protection for a large Fortune 500 company with over 150,000 employees, and we have delivered over 5.5 million disposable masks year to date. We provide the world's largest healthcare system, the Department of Veterans Affairs, with their respiratory protection. Our first order 5 years ago was for a single case of nitrile gloves to the state of Minnesota prison system. Last year, we delivered over 700,000 boxes of nitrile gloves to the state of California, which is the equivalent of 1 pair of gloves for each of the state's 45 million residents. Sometimes I'm asked by prospective customers, what happens when our supply chain is disrupted? Our motto is that if you need it, we'll deliver it. And if we can't find it, we'll make it. For example, last year, we won a contract with the state of California to deliver 250,000 pair of safety goggles. And to add color to this, it takes 250,000 pair of safety goggles to fill 5 shipping containers. All of our domestic suppliers were back ordered for 12 months. However, by working with a local San Diego sunglasses company, we figured out how to manufacture all 250,000 pair. We manufactured, tested, and delivered all the goggles on time and under budget. If you already have a long-term contract with a prime vendor for industrial supplies, how can you work with Black Box? If you already have a contract for industrial supplies, we recommend that maybe you look at a few line items that consume a large part of your budget, specifically single-use disposable nitrile gloves, masks, or respirators. Every business at some level consumes single-use disposable nitrile gloves. Our gloves are of a higher quality and cost on average 25% less than our competitors. Nitrile gloves are our sweet spot, making up 80% of our gross annual revenue. If you need it, we'll deliver it. And if we can't find it, we'll make it. We have over 2,600 SKUs on our e-commerce website, and we respond to all requests for quote within 24 hours. We've been able to deliver products on a regular basis. Some of our customers include utility companies, the states of California, Minnesota, and New York, the VA healthcare system, and Border Patrol at a federal level. And one of our private customers, Vistra Corp, is actually on this call right now. And we also, in the last 12 months, picked up Fiserv Merchant Services, also known as First Data, as a private commercial customer. So that's a little bit about us. And I will provide our contact information and our website in the chat. Thank you for listening.
Great job. Thank you, Jackson. Any questions for Jackson and Black Box Safety? I was really impressed with the innovation and the partnering with a sunglass manufacturer to fulfill that order. That was a perfect example of solving a problem and getting the job done. So great work there.
Thank you, Nancy.
You're welcome. All right, ready for our final presenter then. We will talk with Robert Kendall of Eco Quality Solutions. Robert, can you share your screen? Thank you, we can see that. Make sure you're unmuted.
Okay. Ready?
Go.
Are you ready, Nancy?
Yes, we're ready for you.
Okay. Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for giving me this opportunity. The name of our company is Eco Quality Solutions, and I'll move to the next slide. Oh, let's see. Looks like there's a little drag here. 1 second. Okay, a little about myself. I'm a retired Marine, 25 years service, and then some reserve time. After retiring, I went to work for a fellow veteran who asked me to work on his golf course as a department head. And while I was there, I thought it'd probably be in my best interest to pursue a degree in something that I was working in. And while doing that, I ran into where my professor had asked me to go into business with him because he liked working with veterans. So I said, well, give me the information on your product and I'll go from there. Well, he sent me the information and I felt it was a product that I could put myself behind. It's a green, environmentally friendly, non-toxic, chemical-free product, cleaning solutions. So last year we launched this, and for about the last year, we've been going through getting all our certifications and trying to get the business up and running. So, but Gus, one of my main partners, was the one that introduced me to the product. This is just a brief slide that we have on our website explaining what we do. It's a microbial-based cleaning product. It's pretty much, you spray it, wipe it on, and leave it on there, and the efficacy can last up to 5 days. We've had it tested. It stays on there. After 5 days, it's still 99.99% effective. And it will go longer, but we only tested it out to 5 days. We currently have 17 products in our product line, which are all on our website. But the main one is the all-purpose cleaner. And that's the one we're in the last stage of Green Seal certification. And it is also listed in the USDA Bio-Preferred Program Catalog. And my partner's working on getting our EPA certification as well. This is our main product right here. One of the advantages is you can get it in the spray and the concentrate. Concentrate will last quite a bit longer because you can make many more bottles with it. It's ready to use. You can buy it spray or you can mix it to make it last longer, but it's pretty much just a spray and wipe and you have your protection. This product right here, we're just waiting on final testing by the EPA, and then we'll be able to brand this and get it on our site. But it's not on there yet because we have to be approved by the EPA. But this one has been proven to fight COVID, but we're just waiting for the official certification so we don't get in trouble marketing this before we have it. Let's see. Right here, it's pretty simple cleaning process, 2 steps. You spray it on, wipe it, and leave it. And then the good bacteria in there will kill the bad bacteria, and it also creates a barrier, not allowing the bad bacteria to recolonize on the surface. This is just some of the other things. It's non-abrasive, non-corrosive, it's vegan, it's biodegradable, it doesn't harm water. So those are just some of the benefits that we think are beneficial. You can clean as often as you need with toxic chemicals, sometimes like say with bleach. After a while, they can have negative effects. You won't have that with this product. It's biodegradable, doesn't hurt the water, better for the environment. The formula as a concentrate saves money. And with the push to going towards green, right now, we believe our product meets all those needs. These are some of the other benefits that we've came up with. We do have another program we're trying to push eventually, which will be the car wash. We actually have a line of car shampoos and a type, it's not a wax, but it does the same as a wax. It's non-corrosive, non-abrasive, The water can be reused if you have those type of systems, or if it does go down a drain, it's not harmful to the environment. And the reason I got on with this was because this is an alternative to a lot of the products that have been out there that we've just accepted and used over the years. Ours is non-toxic, chemical-free, and I just feel like it's a better product, and it's something different that we've been using for years. The markets that we're pursuing are listed here. And honestly, we're a small startup. We only have 4 employees. So we're trying to get our name out to these industries so we can, you know, start making money and getting our product out there. So it's anything that has a surface that can be cleaned, high touch areas like ATMs, fitness equipment, golf industry. I actually use it on a buddy's golf clubs that were 30 years old, and when I got done cleaning them, they look pretty good. So, I mean, that's just the example that I used on it. I wanted to test it. Some of the designations we have is the service disabled veteran-owned small business, obviously Navova. The states that I was in California until 10 months ago. I recently relocated back to Green Bay, Wisconsin. And then we also have 2 partners in Arizona, and we're working on the Chamber of Commerce and things out there. As I stated earlier, we're a member of the USDA Bio Preferred Program, and our Green Seal certifications in the last stage. These are some of the laboratories that, if anyone's interested, where we actually had, you can go to these links and you can actually see the reports and test results, so we can back up our what we're claiming. And these are just the technical titles to those. And these are the platforms that we're on currently. So these are links to all our pages if anyone's interested in more information. And these are our 3 main personnel in the company, and then we have another one who's basically part-time, but we're hoping to enlarge at one time, and then we'll see if we get there. Like what I'm looking for by doing this was to get our name out there to well-known companies that are established and have proven track records, because I think they can help us, and I think once they use or see our product, I think they'll like it. And that's all I have.
Great job. Hey, Robert, question for you regarding your car wash products. Have you had any success with that yet with any corporate clients?
No, and honestly, we're trying to get our name out there. We've, you know, obviously used it on our own and it works great, but we're just looking for the opportunity. So I've sent out some, I made some phone calls, and this is all within the last week or so. So I'm going to give it a little time and then do some follow-up. But
a lot of the, you know, gas stations have a car wash associated with them too. So that's a great strategy. And
we've reached out to one here in the Midwest that I know that just in this state alone, they have over 400 locations. Good. But I'm going to give them a week, and then I'll probably reach back out again.
And then the other question that came up the other day when we were talking with you is, can you talk a bit about your kennel products? That was one of the types of customers that you could do work with, but is there something specific about uses in the kennel, dog kennel environment?
All
cats?
All the products, although the all-purpose cleaner can be used on all of them, the ingredients and the formulas that they use are slightly different, and they've been tested for those specific areas. I'm not a chemist. We have someone on board that could actually specifically answer any of those questions, but they are formulated different for the different types of cleaning that's needed.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you for that insight. Anybody have any questions for Robert?
Okay, thanks.
Great job. Thank you.
And I did put my information a little while ago in the chat. So if anyone has any more specific questions or wants to reach out, I'll be available.
Great. Thank you very much. All right. Does anybody have any questions for any of our 4 presenters today? If not, we've got a few minutes left. Does any corporate ally have any other topic they'd like to throw out there for either discussion or feedback purposes today?
Nancy, you want to mention updating those profiles again?
Always important. Thanks, Mimi. Both our veteran-owned businesses and our corporate allies, please make sure that your profile in the Navoba database is as up-to-date and current as possible with contact information and any updates about either what you're looking to source, if that's available, but mostly, we want to be sure that if one of our constituents finds you in our database, that they've got a complete picture and know how to get a hold of you and understand what your business is all about. That's very important. And we've been doing some refresher trainings on that. And I think you can find it on the YouTube channel. If you haven't seen it, we did it a couple of weeks ago, and I'm pretty sure it's already posted on the YouTube channel. So, and just as a reminder, these Marching Forward Mondays also appear there. So if you know someone who missed today's presentation, they can get on to our YouTube channel and take a look at what they've missed. Mimi, do you have anything else?
I think that's everything. If you've not participated and you would like to showcase your business, whether you are a certified VBE or SDVBE or corporation, and you would like to participate in MFM, please reach out to either Nancy, myself, or Alexis.
Great. Well, thank you for that, Mimi. If we don't have anybody else who has a question or a comment, we'll give you back 10 minutes in your day. Don't you love when people say that? Thank you all for joining us. Great to see
Thanks,
you.
everybody.
Good job,
everybody.
everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.